Hello and welcome back again to IGCSE ICT paper 3. We are done doing the spreadsheet part and we're going to carry on now with the website authoring with Dreamweaver, and this was we were doing on paper October November 2024. So let's go back where we stopped. We were done. Okay, all right, we were done with all this spreadsheet that was related in the beginning for the spreadsheet, and then we followed with the task 2, which is the spreadsheet itself, and then we need to carry on from here. So we need to create a folder that is called N24 and locate only these following files. So let's go to our folder over here. I'm just going to create it by pressing on Control, Shift and N, and I'm going to type the name, and after that I'm going to locate the following files that were mentioned. So I had N24 CSS, which is this one, and then I had N24 HTML, okay, and then the logo must be over here, and then I had the CSS file. This is the CSS file. Okay, I forgot, we need to show back again the extensions. I will do this in a while. And the last file, it was this N24 web. So just drag them all into the folder. To show the extension, so go to view and click on show and show the file name extension. As you can see, now we can see the extensions. All right, so for task 4, which is starting the web page, you will create a web page to help trainees learn HTML. Open the style sheet, which is called N24 web CSS. So I'm going to start to open it in Dreamweaver. You can just directly go and type Dreamweaver in your search bar, or just right click on this folder and choose Dreamweaver. So it was which file? The CSS file. Okay, CSS file, actually I can even open it in different editors. It doesn't need to be Dreamweaver, but as we're working on Dreamweaver, so I'm just going to open everything in Dreamweaver. So open with Dreamweaver. Alright, so this is my CSS code. So I have here set attribute for body, for table, for TD, for H1, 2, 3, and for paragraph and the list. Okay, let's get back again to our question. So open this in our editor. We already did. Add a new class. Okay, just focus that we are going to create a class that is called red, and that sets the font color to be in hexadecimal code for red. That's another important point. And then when this is applied, okay, so let's get back again over here. And so for a class, we usually use dot. So, and then when we call it from the HTML source. We usually call it by using the class equal to and the name of the class. So now I am going to create a class. If I'm just creating a normal ID selector, so this is called as a class selector, which is called red. So it's using a dot. If I'm just going to use a normal ID selector, so I can call it later by using ID, that one is called ID selector. For that one, in case they call you to create an ID in CSS, you just need to create it like red, or usually we use the hashtag. But as the word class is mentioned, so you need to put the dot and then open the curly brackets, and here we're going to put our code. So for the red, we simply just need to make it with color. So it's going to be color and the color colon, and it needs to be in hexadecimal. So in this case, we're going to use hashtag. And then for RGB, we usually use RGB doubled for every letter. So in place of R, I'm going to set the hexadecimal, the maximum hexadecimal, which is F. For the rest, they're going to be substituted with zeros. So that's going to give me the red color. Okay, the next point, we're going to create a class that is called center. This is also another class. This is called center, and it's supposed to center align the text whenever it is applied. And then just save your style sheet. Okay, so below this, I'm going to put another dot, which is going to be center, and it is RE. so not ER, you have to in two accents. So, and then open the two curly brackets and put the text align, which is going to make it for you in the center. And this is the opposite irony over here, that this is going to be written in ER center. Okay, Control S, save it. And after that, take a screenshot to show the contents of your style sheet and place this in your evidence document. Make sure all the contents are clearly visible. So let me get back again to our evidence document that we created previously. Okay, that's going to be, I'm just going to copy this step. Just will make it into a new page. Okay, that's going to be step 13. So let's put it to step 13 and let's put the screenshot for this. Again, if you're going to do a printout, it's better to keep your Adobe or your editor or whatever software you're using to be in a white theme. It's better for the printer, and it is also for the visibility for the examiners to make it clear to assess your paper. So I'm going to take a screenshot. And then let's apply it over here. Okay, oops, the title is going up, so I just want the title and everything to be in the same page. Come back here. Okay, that's better. For question number 14, open and examine the web page called N24 Web HTML. And the page and attach style sheet. It's already attached style sheet into this website, so have been created for you. The web page appears like this. So you can see what we have: 1, 2, 3 columns. You can see we have rows, 3 rows, and then we have just 2 columns over here. So let's go and open it. We have it over here. N24 N24 web, right? It was okay, yes. So let's drag it to our Dreamweaver and open it over here. Come on. Okay, you can see the web page over here. One important point, you can see that the CSS that we're working on it over here, and we already saved it, it's already attached. Another way from Dreamweaver you can know it is attached, it will appear over here. Oops. Okay, let me connect. So I was saying another way to connect the CSS to know that the CSS connected is by seeing this file over here attached. If it is not attached, you will not see any file over here below this main HTML file. So this file is supposed to be now the same. We just opened it separately, and when we open this HTML, as long as it is attached this CSS file, so that's why we can see the same file that got open previously. The only thing is just you need to go here and make sure those classes are attached, and you have the freedom to close the previous file because it is already showing over here in the main HTML file. So now by getting back again to our source code, what we need to do is we need to check our main file. So you can see over here we have the code. We can see also in split way for code and design, and we can see the design as well. Many of you, if you're using Dreamweaver for the first time, or maybe it has been a while and you didn't see that it has the option as live as well. Live is the real, like a web browser option that can show you in the real browser how it will look like, while design, it will show you as a design. You can select, you can highlight, and it's quite useful at the time you're programming. So usually I prefer to keep it as a split, and whenever you highlight over here, it will show you as well in the design what you're doing. So now we're supposed to examine our file. So you can see the CSS already attached, and then in the body we have the table, and the table is almost the whole page is just only having one table. So the table is having many rows and columns. And let's get back again to our question paper. So after examining, we are supposed the web page and attached style sheet have been created for you. So as I mentioned, it has 3 rows and 2 columns, and each table in the cell in this diagram is identified with a letter. That letters that you are seeing over here. not, it shouldn't appear actually in your web page. It is just for a reference, just to guide you what to put in A section, B section, and so on. So edit the HTML so that the table borders do not appear. Okay, we need to remember this, that the borders of the table should not appear. But I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to make the borders to be appear. But later at the end, we have to make sure that they disappeared. Why I'm putting the borders back again? That's because whenever we run the web page, we will be able to recognize which section we are working on, which will make it easy for you to work with. But if you're going to do so, you shouldn't forget that you need to make it back again to 0, or just remove the border. So replace, so now starting, so replace the text A. Okay, before I start working on, I'm going to do two things. One is, I already mentioned previously, that I'm going to put the borders. Okay, so by putting the borders first, let's run it. All right, can you see? Excuse me. You cannot see the borders at all here. You cannot recognize where is the row, where is the column. So just, it will help you a bit. It will make it easier for you to recognize. So I'm just going to go to the table over here, and I'm going to put border, and it's going to be 1 pixel. And let's get back again to our website. See, you can see now it is working. Okay, so what we're going to do, another option that I told you, I am going to put comments to recognize where is A, where is B, where is C, and so on, as it is mentioned over here. So if I want to find A, it will be easier for me. So you can see here, after table, we have a first row, and that first row is merging 2 columns. Can you see? These 2 columns are merged here as 1 column, right? That's why it is written as column span. So that is column, or you can say row 1. So what we can do here, we can go and write column 1. Okay, or sorry, I'm supposed to write A. Okay, so as it is mentioned over here, this is A. So this is related with section A. Okay, and by the way, how to write the comment easily, you can just type on your keyboard Control and /, and it is going to add it for you. And to remove it back again, you can press on Control and /. It will disappear. Okay, and then second row will be B. Actually, second row will contain 2 columns, and you can see so it ends over here, and then second column starts from here. So second column, it is combining those 3 rows. So the first row, second row, see this is I have here 3 rows, right? So these 3 rows are combined inside this column. Okay, so that's why you can see row span. Here it was column span, here it is a row span for the 3 rows, and I have my points over here. So this is going to be B, and then Control and /, it will turn it into a comment. Okay, so this will end over here, and then this was B. After that, I have the second place. This is the second column from here, so this is going to be C. Why? Because these are still under 1 TR. Okay, so this TR still, so I have over here another TD, which is going to be HTML. To make it easier, you can see over here, see, that's why we put the borders. So you have HTML as C, so this was A, B, and then C, D, E, and finally F. Okay, so let's get back again over here and put this one as C, and then I have over here, this is D, and then this one is going to be ABC, D, and that's going to be E. And the final one, which is supposed to be over here, that's combining two columns. You can see it's merging them. So that's going to be the F. Okay, those are just comments. You can remove it, you can keep it, it won't bother you. It's just going to be helpful as a guide for you. Okay, so the only thing we need to remove the borders later. So now what do we need to do? Replace the text a candidate with the center number, candidate number with your name, center number and candidate number. So simply you just need to go and look where is that candidate written, change it with your center number, candidate number, and so on. I'm just here going to change it with my name, and later you change it fully with your center number and candidate number. Save the web page in your N24 folder that we created with the name that is called web page, followed with your center number and candidate number. So you can see the name is not followed, so we always in IGCSE we need to make sure that we're showing our candidate number and center number. So save as, and then this time I just need to make sure it is with the full name, and then just save it. All right, you can see here I got it with the new name, and as well as the CSS is attached with it. I don't need this, so I just can close it, and let's try to open it in the browser with the new name. Don't try to keep refreshing this page because this is open from the old file. So that's why I open with the new file now. We can keep checking the updates. Let's get back again to our question paper. Set all the text in cell A to style H1. All right, so let's get back again. So this is our A, and I want everything inside A, which is this one, into H1. We can simply type H1 around this, or we can go to insert. Oh, it's too small. We can go to heading and click on H1, and it's going to add H1. You can press on Control S here and go to the browser, and you can see it's updated. Okay, set the text web development layers in cell B in style H2. Okay, so set the text in cell B. Okay, this one needs to be H2. So back again to insert, heading, H2. If you press, okay, it's already showing. You can see that it got even. As you added H2, it become into a new line, and the rest going into a second line. Set all other paragraphs of the text in cell B in style H3. Okay, so the rest over here is going to be, let's highlight over all of them, and then go to insert, heading, H3. You can see it become H3. Okay, let's get back again to the question paper. Apply the class red. Do you remember the class that we created? The class red, we need to apply it only to 1, content layer, 2, you can see the numbers are mentioned, so with the numbers, presentation layer, and 3, behavior layer. Okay, you can see here, with the numbers it is mentioned. So not only this needs to be red, it needs to be with the bullet points. So to do so, we can just apply H3 again here. So we go to heading, apply H3, and in here we call the class. So we're going to add class and call red. You can see now, you can see over here, wait a bit, let me get back again to over here. What, did I make a mistake or something? Let's save it. Let me see what's the problem. Okay, the problem is that over here I put more than 4. It's supposed to be 6 in total digits. 2 for R, 2 for G, and 2 for B. So what did I do here? I put 5 zeros. So it's supposed to be just 4. Let's remove it. Let's check it back again. Yeah, it's working. Okay, let's go and apply the classes to the others as well. So I'm just going to copy from here, add it here, and then just going to take this as well just to be fast and add it here. Control S, and let's check it is working correctly. set the text in cells C and D into style H2 with a class set to red as well. So let's go to C and D. Over here we have C, so let's set it as H2 with the red. So let's add H2 and also this H2, and then let's call the class here, which is called center. The same class also will be added over here, center. Let's have a look at it. Let's save it, and okay, great. This is H2 and it is center aligned. So set both paragraph of the text in cell E into style H3 and with the class set to center. So let's go to E, both paragraphs. So we're supposed to have both paragraphs and it's supposed to be H3 and center. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's E. Okay. Yes, we have two paragraphs. Okay, so let's set it as H3. And let's add the class center. Let's have a look. Okay, great. Okay, the next one. Set the first line of the text in cell F into paragraph style. So in F, we have, I think, multiple paragraphs. Okay. All right, they mean this one. If you want to be much clearer, go back here. Can you see? This is the first line. So what they said, to put the first line as paragraph, okay, and the rest in cell F as a bullet list. All right, let's go here. Let's highlight over this. We can go to insert, and I am looking for paragraph. It's over here. Okay, for the rest, it's supposed to be bullet point, so I can just type it, or I can just go and select from here. They said bullet point, so that's an ordered list, and you can select it from here. Still, one thing is missing. You can see here, it's not defined, the lists, so we need to define the list. So you have to type li, and the ending is over here. One more here and one more here. So I have three lists. All right, so this is list 1, list 2, list 3. What is making difference is the unordered or ordered. In case it is ordered, it will be OL, and unordered, it will be UL. And see here, you will get bullet list. Set the title of the web page to web programming tips. Okay, that's, we need to go to the header. So inside the head, you need to put the title. And you need to put that. So where does this appear? It usually appears here at the top. So let's put it, paste it, and let's check it. You can see it's appearing at the top. That's the title of the page. In the HTML, set the name of the default target to set to Windows to self. Okay, what is this? This is whenever you have links in your web page, you're making sure how the link's supposed to be open. If you want the links to be open in a new tab, then you have to set the target to blank. In case you just want to open the link into the same tab you're using it right now, then you can set it to self. So this is just going to define that all the URLs or links or hyperlinks in your page is how it's going by default to be opened. Okay, for this, we usually, in case they told you to set the HTML set into the default target, then this is usually happening in the header section or head section. So you can go over here, you can type base and then the target and what type of target you want. Usually there are two common ones, the self and the blank. The blank is going to open it into a new one, like new, and the self is going to more or less like parent and top. They're going to open it in the same tab. So far now we're required to set it as self and close it. After that, set the text in cell C as a link to open the web page, which is which is supposed to open this. Okay, so let's go to C. So you can see this is quite easy. It can make you access to the part that you wanted quite easily. So I need to set this HTML paragraph or H2 to be as a link, and that link takes me to another page. So simply I'm just going to type it instead of going and selecting, and it's like this. It's a href equal to whatever you link or web page you want to open, and end it with slash or front slash a. This is how to create a link. Okay, you also can be able to find it here. See, if you press on it, it's a hyperlink. It will also make you to get the same point. So what we want to open, we want to open a web page, and notice here I am putting the web page without any path or full path. We can put the full path, but you can see that this web page is inside the same folder that my web page is here. So in this case, it's not needed to put the full path. So let's save it and let's go and check it over here. And okay, what it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to open in the same page. That means this main page will disappear, and the new page that I set it in the link is supposed to open. Why? Because in the base here we said that default link supposed to be open in the same tab. So let's try it. Okay, that's correct. See, it's opening in the same tab. All you need to do to get back again to is back button. Okay, the next question is we need to set the cell D. Okay, now another CSS word as a link also to open another page. Okay, but this time we do not want to follow that default target. We want to make it to open in a new blank page. So get back again to it. So they say it in D over here. So again, we can just, let's go to insert, highlight over CSS, go to insert and click on hyperlink, and where you want to open it, in which link. So it is this page that I want to open it. Make sure there is no space in the beginning. And then the target, we want it to be blank. Click on OK. Let's just make sure it is added correctly. Yes, it is added correctly. Let's Control S, save it, and let's go and have a look here. All right, let's check this. Okay, it's opening in the same place. Let's try this one. Yes, see, it opened in a new tab. Okay, so place a metadata in the appropriate section of your HTML2. So metadata is usually placed in the head section. So what we need to put, metadata is usually the data of the data. So it contains keywords, it contains so many descriptions. So what they're asking you specifically in the metadata is to put a character. Character is usually the encoding of the web page. So usually UTF-8 is usually encoding all types of languages. So this is usually very commonly used. And then another one is add a description for the web page. For the description, we can use different ones. So let's start first with the car set. We can just put it at the top or below, or anything is fine. So I'm just going to adjust this a bit, and let's put it below this. So I'm going to start with meta, and I need car set. So car set needs to be UTF-8. For another meta, we're now required to add the meta for the description. So for the description, we can use multiple ones. So we have, you can see we have name. So let's use the name. And for the name, actually, we can put the name of the web page. We can say, oh, sorry, it needs to be with a double quotation. I just can put it exactly as it is, or anything is fine. So web programming tips, that's one meta. Another meta we can put is and you can put multiple. It doesn't need to be just one. It could be like multiple content. It could be like a keyword. It can work, sorry. So the content is usually going to be a description of your website. The website is usually containing, let's say it is website for programming tips for using, let's say, programming website tips for using HTML and CSS. If you're not satisfied, you can create another line, copy paste, and you can put more different types of descriptions. And then don't forget to close it. Okay, this is not going to appear. Nothing is going to appear on this web page. The main important thing is the code that you already put it here, and this is going to be usually useful at the searching time or Googling time. Save your web page. Done. Take a copy of your HTML source and place this in your evidence document. Okay, so here students always make mistakes. Take a copy of your HTML source. They will screenshot. There is nothing mentioned about screenshot here. So what you need to do is just simple. Control A and Control C. After that, go to your evidence document. Where is my evidence document? Over here. And then put the title that it's going to be step, what is the step number? It's 21. So step 21. And then Control V. You may have different options for pasting. Where is it? Why I don't have it? Let's try it again. No, I don't have it. Okay. After pasting, you might have different fonts. You might want to change it, so change it. It will be recognized that this is a code. Usually I have different fonts that I can use them for typing, that as it is a typing font, so this can be a bit different than the normal Arial that I'm using, so we can keep it. That's also okay. Okay, so let's go for the next one. Display your web page in a browser. If necessary, resize it so now here it's mentioned that they want to see your web page, because the word display, it means like a screenshot for your web page. What they want, there are some conditions. They want the whole page to be seen. They want all the text to be easily read, no overlapping. That means the address bar is fully visible. So here they told you screenshot evidence showing your web page in a browser. Place this evidence in your evidence document. Alright, so this way it's not complete, and if I try to hold control and scroll from my mouse, or another way is control and minus or plus on the keyboard, it will try to adjust, but still I'm seeing here some overlapping, which I don't like it. Okay, before I take the screenshot, I forgot, we need to remove the border. So this should not be included. So again, Control A, or just simply I just can go back to my code over here and I can remove the border part. So this will make sure that the border is invisible. You can see. Okay, it should be this way. Okay, now what we can do, we can just take it in this way. This is perfect, or we can make it a bit smaller and resize your web page a bit this way, and then press Alt and print screen on your keyboard. That's going to take the whole screen capture, including your link or the address. Okay, let's go back to the evidence. All right, here we can put evidence. that was step number 21. So we usually type step 21 evidence. We will set it to bold and whatever we need it. So let me just paste it. Okay. Okay, there's one thing what I was saying about it previously. What they want to show you that this is the path is supposed to be showing that you saved it in a specific folder here, but this one is not showing that path. So what you can do, that's because we opened it from Dreamweaver, from this section from here. So it's a local host. So what I want to do, I'm going to go back over here, and you can see here it's going to show you the full path, and the full path actually is supposed to, they want to see this. Okay, so because I'm using so many subfolders and saving it in many subfolders, if it is just in D or C directly and your work area is there, it will be just visible. But in my case, it's not visible, and I'm not going to copy and arrange everything from the beginning. I'm just going to keep it assuming that this folder is visible now. Okay, and after that, I'm going to take the screen capture, adjust it first. This is still showing the border. It's supposed not to show the border. Okay, sorry, this is open in let's open it in Google Chrome, and let's see, still showing. Let's see, where is the problem? Okay, it wasn't saved, that's why. Okay. Okay, and that's it. And just take the screen capture. I'm going to do it again with Alt and print screen. Again, I'm reminding you, your path should be visible, at least here. And then go and paste it in your evidence section. Okay, so let's carry on to the question paper. So that was the end of Dreamweaver or website authoring. The final part is task 5, printing the evidence document. So in case you already collected all of your printouts and you have them next to you and you're ready to print out, or you already have been printing out whenever you're working, that's a good thing. Final thing you need to print it is your evidence document. Make sure your name, center number, candidate number appear on every page of this evidence document. Save it and print it out. You don't need to turn it into a PDF, but if you're interested and you want to, you can do that. But as long as you can just print it directly and you have no issue that printing directly with a Word document, then just go ahead to the print section and start to print your final. You can see that the header is showing your name, center number, and candidate number on every page. That's a good thing. And that's it. That's the end of this paper. If you have any questions, you may put it in your comment section, and see you in the next video.